What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of, oh my god, just the content was just flowing. Doody was extremely busy pumping out that content. Doody was on multiple kick streams yesterday talking to people and spreading awareness about DSP and the treachery and the lore about DSP. If you don't know what Doody's talking about, Doody was kicking it on strangely Lexi's the new detractor on her podcast last night, and it was hilarious. It was fun. I'll be talking about it some more today on my podcast. Doody has some clips. It's going to be a great time. But anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the daily wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 26th of February, 2025. Quite the fun and interesting streaming day, so let's talk all about it. A lot of stuff happened today, for sure, and now it's going to help us define, moving forward, some stuff that we're doing. So first off, today's podcast was chill fun. I think it was the first time I ever changed my shirt during a podcast. Seriously. Because what happened was this morning, before I came on stream, I just kind of did a spritzing of myself with a little bit of cologne. Because I do it from time to time, especially during, the time of year when the air conditioner's not on. The office tends to sometimes, get a little musty in here when I'm streaming. So sometimes I'll just, spray something on me before I come in the office. And people on stream were like, Phil, looks like you have stains on your shirt. And I'm looking at my shirt. It wasn't this one. It was a sweater. I'm looking at it. It's completely clean. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I looked at the camera, but it looked like there were stains. I'm like, what? So I started to feel my shirt. It's dry, but I'm touching where I can see on camera. I'm smelling. It's the cologne. I was like, so the cologne actually will stain your shirt if you spray it directly, but the human eye can't see it. Like, I asked my wife, she couldn't see it. We were just staring at it like, how does the camera pick it up and not us? So apparently this camera is so good, this HD camera, that it must pick up levels of contrast or something that the human eye doesn't even catch. It's very bizarre. But anyway, I had to do a wardrobe change in the middle of the stream, which was kind of funny, actually.
Okay, Phil. No, that's not how it works. What probably happened was the lighting. So you couldn't see it because of the lighting. And when, the artificial light's hitting you and the camera's picking it up, it probably caught the stains. Now, that normally doesn't happen, Phil, if you're just spritzing yourself, right? And again, you're not supposed to spray it all over your body. Phil. Why do I have to give a 42-year-old man advice on how to spray cologne, bro? Spraying cologne, you simply just put it on your wrist, rub it, and then if you want, you can kind of touch yourself, like your chest or your neck or whatever, and that's it. It should be 1, maybe 2 spritz, man. When you're drowning yourself in cologne, man, you're just trying to cover up something. And I love how he just said, well, the room gets musty. Nah, man, the room doesn't get musty, Phil. You make the room musty. When you're in a closed environment, Phil, and you don't air out your house and you don't air out the room and you don't have fresh air circulating and you have a cat who's fucking putting hairballs all over the place and the room is kind of dirty, that's what happens, Phil. That's why it kind of gets musty. And by the way, it's kind of like when people say, oh, this house is cozy, when they really want to say this house is small as shit. That's right. Phil says it's musty when he really wants to say the damn room stinks. And yeah, Phil, come on, man. You don't have to make stuff up. And again, Phil, learn how to put on cologne, bro. It's not that hard. And the other thing is, you're not going in here. You really don't need cologne. Just your regular showering. And I hope, Phil, you're doing a shower every day. You should be showering at least once a day, Phil. Twice for you. And you should be okay. All you should need is a little bit of deodorant, brush your teeth, a little bit of mouthwash, and you should be good, Phil. There's no point in spritzing cologne. Anyway, let's go.
So, outside of that, it was a fun podcast talking about various different topics. We actually determined the next DSP tries it will be some kind of pizza, but we're not sure what yet. It looks like most people want a Five Nights at Freddy's torture marathon for 50 goals hit. I guess we'll see if that sticks, but some people seem to really want that. And on top of that, we talked about some game news and the like. If you can believe it, Dragon Age Veilguard is already going to be on PlayStation Plus for free. The game's only been out 4 months. Came out in mid-October? That's awful. Anyway, I actually did a clip of that, and that's going to be uploaded overnight, a highlight of me talking about that story. So if you're interested, check that out overnight. Then we jumped into more lost records. Let me tell you guys, I thought we were going to beat it today. We actually haven't. We are now like 7.5 hours, all right, into the actual game, and we're still not done with it. This is like a super long first episode. Sadly, today, almost nothing happened again. It was no lie, almost 2 hours of nothing happening. And I'm like, at some point, something has to happen. And then I started to fall asleep on stream. It was very disturbing because you don't want to see Sleepy Phil. It's another new effect that I added today. But anyway, it was pretty bad. Now, at the very tail end of the stream, all of a sudden something starts to happen, something supernatural. And then the girls are disappearing, like, what? And we ran out of time. And I'm like, what? So we are going to finish it. I'm being told less than 2 hours to finish it. So we're going to do a night stream next week to wrap it up, all right? I still hope you'll watch it if you're enjoying it. I'm doing my best to make it entertaining with my commentary. My God, the game is kind of boring. So hopefully, it was very well supported. We had tons of people coming in and supporting, and we actually hit all of our goals, and then we hit 2 goals on the first stream, if you can believe it. Very nice. So I'm very happy for that. Then on the late stream, guess what it was? The premiere of Build with Phil. My stream where now, excuse me, I said Build with Phil. It's DSP Builds It. See what I mean? Like, it took us so long to lock into the name that I forgot what it is. It's DSP Builds It. You know, I figured this would make sense because we got DSP Tries It. So now we can do DSP Builds It. Kind of makes sense. Follows the brand. And I'm actually hoping that if people like the episode, we'll get some people to maybe make a logo and an intro and all of that. It went well. Attendance was quite good. My 2-camera setup worked really well with this extreme close-up. And check this out. We did picture-in-picture. So as I was building, you could also see me in high definition better in the corner, and people really liked that. They were like, that's a great idea to do the picture-in-picture. So overall, it went down really well. People really enjoyed it, and it was well supported. Now, we hit a whole goal, and we even almost hit a second goal. We didn't, but we got close, all right? So people seem to like it. The succulent is actually in the background now, as you can see. This is what we finished. So it's a set of 9 succulent plants. We did 3, and so we're going to do another stream next week where we do the next 3, and then we're going to finish it up probably the next week. Now, here's the thing. I'm not sure if this was a one-off, wow, people liked it because it was something different, but now they're not going to show up anymore, right? You know what they call it? Diminishing returns. So will there be as many people and as much support the next time I do it, or are we going to see this start to decline? You know, I'm thinking to shows that I did such as DS Politics, where at first it was hot, and then it completely like tapered off and died off over time, right? Let's see. But I am going to do another DSP Builds It next week, where we're going to do the next 3 succulent plants. To be determined. I don't know exactly when yet, but it'll be a night stream next week, and I'll let you know when I know, okay? So it went well. Check out the videos. I'm going to upload them tonight. And, you know, thanks to everyone who showed up and supported, all right?
All right, so I got to stop it there because he's joining on. That's right, yes. Lego Financial segment by DSP. No, Phil, it didn't go well. You were coping all fucking night. And, you know, I'm assuming you may not touch on the whole IronChefSakai thing and our girl... Strangey Lexi, that's right. Strangey Lexi was streaming last night. She was doing a dual stream, courtesy of Doody making that recommendation to her, and she actually took my advice and did it, and she got over 2,000 viewers. I believe she ended up nearly making about 2,000. No, I'm sorry, no. She ended up making, what did she make? It was a lot of fucking money. I think she probably maxed out like at 3K, 4K. She made in donations, most of it from IronChefSakai. And the best part of it all, of course, is that IronChefSakai has finally broke prognosis. He is gone. It's done. I don't think he's ever going to come back. And if he ever tries to come back, I think Phil will eliminate him and not allow him to come back. I think Phil is tired of the nonsense, regardless of the money he's getting. But it was great. It was great. Now, Phil was so upset, right? Because support was slow. Again, what's the Lord of the Rings say? The age of IronChefSakai is over, right? The age of anonymous tips is here. That's the Lord of the Rings, right? Hopefully I got that quote right. That's what it is, right? We're getting all these anonymous tips. And of course, he got 2 anonymous tips for $150. He ended up getting like $220. He got $150 by one dent, so one anonymous dent, which we all know was him. I love how these anonymous tips have messages that sound exactly like Phil. Like they're literally written by Phil. They're fake. They're fucking fake. And it's him coping. Like, oh, look at me. I'm so successful. I'm not going to let Lexi outshine me. And dude, you look sad and pathetic, man. You lost your biggest pay pig because you're an obnoxious douchebag. You are, Phil. You're the only one to blame for this. I mean, I know you'll sit there and blame detractors and say Doody and all that. We didn't do any of that shit, bro. You know, you had this one fucking pay pig who was unstable that was wailing you out, and you know, you annoyed and pissed him off, and that's the game. When you annoy and you piss off your big whales, eventually they're just gonna bounce. They're gonna find someone else to support. And that's what happened with IronChefSakai. Now he's supporting these 2 chicks and probably paying their mortgage. And And that was glorious. If you want to see it, I have the video posted. I'll probably link it in this video. You can watch the glorious, glorious meltdown by Phil. And it was just great. So let's see if he actually brings it up.
One final thing, and I'm just going to make this abundantly clear. IronChefSakai is gone, and it's not coming back to my streams. I've had enough of him. Again, this is the second time in a few months he's gone off the deep end. He's talking junk. He's derailing my streams. I've had enough. He's gone. He's not coming back. No more begging. No more throwing money at me to try to get in my good graces. I've officially had enough. Sorry to those who have been distracted by this guy. I know, like, he tried to really distract my stream tonight, and it pissed me off, and I've had enough, so screw him. He's not coming back. Fair enough? All right, and by the way, people are going to be rejoicing at that news because they don't want distractions on my streams, and I agree with you. I don't want it either. Doesn't matter how much he begs this time or tries to throw at me, he ain't coming back. Unless he pays off my mortgage. Anyway, all right, so tomorrow, my final streaming day of the week.
Nobody cares, Phil. Really, no one does. The cope is amazing, Phil. You know that you are pissed off and upset that you lost your biggest whale. You are, Phil, and you don't have to lie about it. Like, you don't have to put up this front and make it seem like, oh, it's not a big deal. Dude, this is a big deal. You really think that your other dents are going to step up and fund your goals? I mean, you had to literally fake tip yourself yesterday because you didn't want to embarrass yourself during this Lego stream because some 23-year-old girl was mocking you. She was literally mocking you. It was so funny. She was memeing on you so hard. And she even did a daily rap at the end where she just called you out. She fucking called you out, bro. Like, she made you look ridiculous and stupid. And the other thing is that she's a likable person. She seems like a cool person. She seems likable. And you're not. You know, to the point where she was just memeing on you. Like, she put on a vest. She had on a hat. She blew bubbles. She actually bought a bubble gun and blew bubbles. She was dancing. She did a dance go. She played My Bills by Dark Sea to Flow. What else did she do? She even had a, I was trying to get her to do the DSP get a job sign. But even her, she said, no, I don't want to do that because I don't want to embarrass him or whatever. And she didn't even do that. But we were close to getting her to do it. Trust me, a couple more streams, she'll do it. We're going to get her to put up a sign that's going to say DSP get a job. And I think the arc, the Lexi arc may be done then. But until then, keep watching the content because just Doody's on it. And again, folks, I always tell everyone, let Doody cook. I know sometimes I get some criticism for, you know, being a little bit too nuts with the whole detracting thing. And some people criticize me for giving Phil advice. And some people say, dude, you know, you can't hang out with his dents. Let Doody cook, okay? I mean, I don't tell anybody what to do in the Detractorverse. You do what you want to do. Let Doody cook. Now, if I'm doing something out of the podcast completely wrong, yeah, criticize me. It's perfectly fine. Or if you don't agree with me, that's cool too. Doody's open to criticism. But, you know, it's things like this that, it's things like this that really make the Vortex and the whole Detractor thing pretty funny. And just a little secret. Don't tell Phil. I was talking to IronChefSakai. That's all I got to say about that. We'll talk about it more on the podcast today at 10 o'clock. Come out. It should be a lot of fun. Peace out.